Good afternoon, Ian Cooper here. I hope this finds you well. Markets are still swimming in red over fears that the artificial intelligence bubble is popping, which it is not. Markets are also cautiously waiting for earnings from Nvidia, which are supposed to come out on Wednesday after the bell. And markets are also waiting for September non-farm payroll numbers on Thursday, as well as Federal Reserve October minutes, with some hopeful hints on what may happen with future interest rate cuts. At the same time, we're waiting to see what happens technically at the 50-day moving average on the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P 500. Let's start out with the Dow Jones on your screen right now. Since early August, the 50-day moving average, the blue line, has served as very strong support. In fact, since early August, the Dow bounced off that 50-day support 4 different times. Now, we're waiting to see if it'll happen again as the 50-day is challenged yet again. If we fail and break through that 50-day moving average this time, the Dow Jones could see the major index fall to support at around 45,500. So it's really better to wait than rush a trade here. We can also look at the S&P 500. With the S&P 500, the 50-day moving average has also served as strong support since early September. It's being challenged again now. If it breaks through that 50-day moving average again, the index could drop to about 65.50. And if we take a look at the Nasdaq, which I'm pulling up right now, we can see that 50-day moving average is again being tested for the 5th time since early September. If it breaks below that support line, the Nasdaq could drop to 22,242 next. So that's what we're waiting on. If we go ahead and rush a trade for the sake of issuing a trade, we could lose money, which we do not want to do. So we simply want to wait to see what happens with Nvidia, what happens with September non-farm payroll numbers, what happens with the October minutes. We want to see what could happen potentially with Federal Reserve interest rate cuts. And we definitely want to watch to see what happens at the 50-day moving average on the major indices, on the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P 500. At this point, we would rather be safe and on the sidelines than taking a wild guess and coming out wrong, losing money. So let's wait to see what happens next before putting out a newer trade. We will be in touch again this week once we know a bit more about what's happening technically and what's happening with the other catalysts in the market as well. If you have any questions, comments, or anything that we can help with at any time, reach out and we're more than happy to help. With that, take good care and we will speak again very soon. Thanks so much.